Well, today we reflect on the life and contributions of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King does have a few connections to Colorado, and we are so happy to have Terry Gentry here, Engagement Manager for Black Communities, along with everyone's favorite historian. It's Dr. Colorado, Tom Noel. It's good to have you both here on this Tom Noel, on this very special day. How are you both?
Great to be here.
It's good to have you, Dr. Co, and you as well, Terry. This is so interesting. Last night, my first grader was talking to me about Martin Luther King Day because she will not have school that day, and we got into a conversation about how impactful he was. Can we talk about that right now, Terry? Your thoughts about the impact Dr. King had on the country?
Dr. Martin Luther King's impact on the country and for the world,
of course,
was very powerful. He stepped into a role as a minister of his church, stepped into a role to change the landscape, to bring us into a new era with integration and equal rights and better jobs and better services, and to expand this level of respect and equity for our community, not just the Black community, but just to make a difference for the whole country and in whatever walk of life you have.
Really an incredible vision on his part that, again, still lives to this day. Now, Dr. Colorado, the King visited Colorado on a few occasions. You are one to tell us about those occasions. Can you explain?
Yeah, but first I want to talk about Terry Gentry.
Okay.
A star A-plus student, and one of those students who teaches you more than you teach them.
Oh, wow. I could see that, yeah.
Thank you.
But Dr. Martin Luther King appeared at Park Hill Methodist Church, and also Montview Boulevard Presbyterian Church, and Macedonia Baptist Church, right?
Yes,
Terry?
Yes, he did.
But he also, you can visit him when you go see the statue in City Park that Ed Dwight, the famous black sculptor, did.
That's right, and that's something that we could all do on this day. Now, Terry, we all know the names of Denver's former mayor, Wellington, his wife, Wilma, but we may not know that they also had close connections to Dr. King. Interesting.
Yes, actually, Wilma Webb and Coretta Scott King were very, very dear friends, and after Dr. King passed away, there was legislation put in place to have a national holiday, and then Wilma Webb worked on having it designated as a state holiday, and so we have Coretta Scott King coming to help her advocate for that here in Colorado. And there's also another woman named Ruth Steele from Pueblo that was part of that process.
Really? Okay.
But there were so many people here that were part of the process. We have state legislators and different community members that gathered with Dr. King as he visited Denver several times to make an impact on the things that we needed to see changed here.
Isn't that something? That is so neat. And Dr. Colorado, do you remember what those things were that he talked about during his visits to Denver?
Well, I think as Terry mentioned, one thing is he was not just talking about black folks. He was talking about labor unions. When he was assassinated in Memphis, he was here to strike with garbage collectors, and of course, get little respect or pay or whatnot. He opposed the Vietnam War. Any attack on any people of color, I think, aroused his criticism.
Yeah, well, certainly a message that has lived on and will continue to live on. So we definitely honor Dr. King on this special day. Thank you both so much for being with us. And Dr. Colorado, it's good to see you in person finally, and we'll have you back again soon. Thank you both.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll take some time today to reflect upon the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Learn more about our unique Colorado history by visiting the History Colorado Center online at historycolorado.org.